Hello and welcome to Park Lane as what is a cracking autumnal weather day as the sun is gleaming down on Park Lane as Sedgley Park take on Blackheath. And what a day we've got today. Sedge coming into this game off the back of a win last week versus Plymouth here at Park Lane, so they'll be hoping to get a bit of a win streak up and going after defeating Plymouth. And Blackheath, who coming in off the last match after a resounding win versus Esher last weekend. So with today's teams, we'll start with the visitors, as starting at 1 is Will Davis, 2 Billy Harding and 3 Rory Marsh. 4 and 5 is Micah Tete and Tex Kavubati, with 6 and 7 are Josh Smart and Noah Sloot. And captain Tom Baldwin keeps his place at number 8 after making his 150th appearance last week for Blackheath. The halfbacks are Jordan Burns and Tom Fitch, with Jake Hennessy at 11 and Jake Lloyd 14 on the wings. Marcus Bircham and Leo Fielding are 12 and 13 in the centre, with Augustine Slovic at 15. On the bench today for Blackheath is 16 Alex Mitchell, 17 Archie Holland, 18 Finlay O'Sullivan, 19 Ollie Burgess and 20 Oscar Hershke Douglas. So, as I just said, Sedge form this year is 2 wins and 5 losses, and they come in off a great win last weekend against Plymouth, 41-26. The last win before that was a 65-24 win versus Esher. So that win against Plymouth ended a 5-game losing streak and also ended Plymouth's 4-game unbeaten run. So Sedge line up today, at 1, Austin Downham, he comes in for John Blanchard, with Ben Gregory keeping his place at hooker and Danny Rylance at 3. Bob Birtwell and Connor James are at 4 and 5, with Brayman Murray at 6, Lewis Bradley 7 and Tom Ailes at 8. Matt Sturgis keeps his place at scrum half and number 9, and Ollie Glass, who's making his 150th appearance today, and he starts at fly half at number 10. On the wings is number 11 Reece Henderson and Andy Riley 14, and number 12 and 13 is Matt Riley and Nathan Pope, with Matt Law number 15 at fullback. On the bench today for Tigers is 16 John Blanchard, 17 Adam Mallinson, 18 Isaac Deans, 19 Cameron Scanlon and 20 Luke Cox. There was a late change to the numbers there at the end, so Luke Cox is wearing number 20 despite our graphic, and Cam Scanlon is wearing number 19. Luke Cox has signed on a dual reg from Caldy, and a few of the Sale boys we presume have been called back up for the autumn internationals that are taking place. So today I'm joined by Alex Evans. Alex, it's nice to have you here.
Yeah, good.
How's everything going?
Yeah, good. I'm looking forward to seeing a good match of rugby. I watched last week from work, and it was nice to see a win. Bit of a nice change of pace. So I'm looking forward to it.
Good. So as I said, you were away last week, but from watching last week's game whilst at work, and from what you could see, what did you kind of take away from that win for Sedge?
I saw some good expansive play, and a little bit of some good game management from Sedgley, which they haven't had which has sort of left them a few times. But getting back to sort of where they have been, where they've got their heads on their shoulders and they're playing smart rugby rather than sort of just one phase tackle.
So as we look into today's game, a few head-to-head stats before the teams make their way onto the pitch. Blackheath won both these games last year, with the Park Lane fixture being 17-24 to Blackheath, and the game at the Utilita last year was a 25-15 win for Blackheath. Both teams have faced each other 11 times previously. Sedgley Park have only won 2 compared to 9 times for Blackheath. And as we look into this season, both teams quite evenly matched, as Sedge have scored 25 tries to Blackheath's 28. Penalties, Sedge have scored 13 compared to Blackheath's 10. And conversions, Sedge have only converted 15 compared to Blackheath's 21. So both teams coming into this game quite evenly matched, but when you look at the places in the table, Alex, they're not very even at all. Sedge currently sit 11th in the table on 13 points, and Blackheath are currently 7th on 21. What kind of things are you expecting to see from today's contest?
I think the difference has been is that the games that Sedgley have lost, they've lost by a bit more than the the games that they've won. So that's why they're further down in the table. That they're scoring a similar number of tries, but they're not being able to sort of convert that into wins. So maybe there's a bit of defensive work that needs to go on there as the team runs out. But yeah, I'm hoping that we can see a strong defence and Sedgley can sort of impart their own game onto the match rather than sort of letting Blackheath play the way that they want to.
Ollie Glass there leading the Tigers out onto the field here at Park Lane. He's making his 150th appearance for Tigers, the versatile back who can play at fly, half, centre, full-back, wherever you ask him to play. He'll do the job that is required. He's also leading the team in points this season with 35. The man who's originally from Lutterworth in Leicestershire. And I'm sure his family, who, if they are not here today, will be watching on. And I hope everyone gives their support to Ollie for today's game. As Blackheath now make their way into their half, as the officials are also making their way onto the field. And today's officials are referee Jamie Parr, and he's assisted by Adam Carpenter and Paul Finken. So we just talk about Ollie Glass and his versatility. He's starting at fly half today. He's still in for the injured Warren Seals, who pulled his hamstring a few weeks ago, but I can issue some good news regarding that, as Warren is playing in the twos today to recuperate some match fitness. So Glass gets us underway. Baldwin collects inside his own 22 for Blackheath. And it's a great tackle from Austin Downham in the first seconds of the game. And it's Burns with the box kick away. And that's into touch. And that is a great box kick to gain some territory from inside your own 22.
Yeah, definitely very impressive clearance. As you know, I'm always on the kit watch in every single game, and it might be a bit difficult on the live stream to tell these two kits apart. They're very similar in colour.
Yes, the maroon and gold versus the red and black of Blackheath.
So Sedgley playing to the right and Blackheath to the left. So that's how you can work it out for now.
Sturgis now setting up for the clearance away. Hennessy and Henderson collide, but Blackheath still keep the ball. There's a man out there wearing 22 for Blackheath. I'm not quite sure which number that is. As Blackheath just struggling to break through this Sedge defence so far.
So been some big hits from Sedgley so far. Good sort of sign of intent for what they're trying to do for the rest of the match.
Burns kicks away, collected well by Law. Gregory now. Glass finds Matt Riley. Pope. Birtwell. And it was a great hit from Blackheath that forced the penalty.
Yeah, there was the support was a little bit late to come there, so there was a bit isolated, and Blackheath took their chance and got themselves over the ball.
And Tom Fitch finds touch. So it'll be a line out at 24 metres out. Chance to see if what Blackheath can do from this position, as Ben Gregory is just going to receive some treatment from Alan Munro. And just as you said there, Alex, coming back to an early point you made about Sedge making some big hits in the opening minutes here, I think that's probably something they may have tried to implement after last week, as although they won, they were down by 2 scores within the first 10 minutes. And I think a lot of people in the stadium thought, oh, here we go again. But after going down 2 scores last week against Plymouth, they rode back to take the lead and secure the victory. So I think that intensity is something Blackheath need to be careful about. Just so you know, the clock is on our live stream today, but we're due to technical difficulties, we can't stop it. So just so you know, the clock is off. We've only played 2 minutes and 52 seconds, so I will keep you updated with how long is left in the half. As Billy Harding wants to dish this ball in, finds Kavubati. And here comes Bircham.
Oh, a very nice line to take advantage of the space there.
Burns. Oh, and it's dropped by Atete. And that's Lewis Bradley who's dived on the ball there to turn it over. Blackheath trying to counter ruck here.
I think Sedgley have managed to secure the ball now.
That's Brayman Murray. Now Danny Rylands. Sturgis setting up for the kick away again. Ball goes high. Reece Henderson's chasing it down. And it was almost collected by, I think that was by Fitch. But Ailes has now got the ball and he's still on his feet. Glass. Matt Riley. Space to the left. Matt Law. Finds Andy Riley. Sturgis. Downham. Advantage. Looks like it may have been a high tackle. Glass. Rylance. And the referee is going to bring it back for that high tackle. I think it was on the man with the blue boots. I will find out what his number is and who that is when he turns around.
The speed that Sedgley are playing with is today is something that I've not seen from them in a while. They definitely seem to, maybe it's when the sun's out, they sort of get a little bit of power behind them and start sort of running into all the tackles with a bit more pace. And I think that makes a lot of difference for the metres that you make.
So Glass finds touch. And that's from the resulting penalty that was on Leo Fielding, the ex-London Scottish player. He's known for his hard-hitting tackles, so you'll need to be careful to make sure they're low enough. Birtwell. Sturgis to Glass to Matt Riley. Sedge now with the ball. Midway into Blackheath's half. Glass does really well to keep going there. Sturgis, Andy Riley, Matt Law, jinks inside. Another shout for high. That was Leo Fielding again. Connor James. Sturgis to Glass. Rylance. Pope finds Downham on the left. Barges through. And the ball's come loose.
Downham there, or they break down the wing. Would never expected to see that first thing in the match anyway.
And when you see a loose head running at you that quick, I would not want to be the one to try and bring him down.
Did well though, the tackler managed to force I think either a forward pass or a knock on. So we're going to get my favourite part of the game, which is the scrum.
For our first scrum of the day, over in the far corner. 7 minutes gone. Blackheath with the ball. We'll probably look to get this one cleared away quite quickly and gain some territory. Have got men over on this near side as the referee just wants to reset this scrum. Referee today is Jamie Parr.
looking for a nice strong hit here to start off the scrum and see if they can put any pressure on it.
And that went down straight away. So I reckon we'll have another go at seeing this one.
Yeah, a bit of poor binding there, I think, and just meant that the scrum had no chance of staying up.
It did rain quite heavily, though, last night here in Manchester, so I wonder if it maybe is a little bit slippy underfoot, despite the sun beaming down here at Park Lane. Sedge currently sit 11th in the table on 13 points as Burns delivers the ball into this scrum. And it's at an absolute standstill. As Bircham looks to try and gain a few yards. Good tackle from Birtwell. It's all a bit scrappy over in that far corner. And it looks like Burns is going to go for the box kick away. He does, and it's a great clearance once again. Andy Riley collects well.
He's got a bit of a boot on him, doesn't he?
Matt Law now, jinking. And it was a strong tackle on Law. Sturgis, Glass. And here comes the Sedgley truck. Matt Riley still on his feet. Connor James. Sturgis, Lewis Bradley. Trying to barrel his way through. Matt Riley, Law. Glass. Pope. Henderson.
Oh.
And it was a great tackle from Slovic. Glass, Rylance. Sturgis to Glass. Little reverse from Riley to Glass, little kicking behind. It's collected well by Burns, and he's going to boom that one away. And it bounces, but Glass does well to collect. Runs down to the blind side, and he's a bit isolated now there, Ollie Glass. Ailes. Dishes it off to Birtwell. Gregory. Lots of possession for the Tigers so far in this first half. And it will be a penalty. Not rolling away. And that's on Leo Fielding. He's given away 2 penalties now in this opening 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's been quiet on the scoreboard, but it hasn't been boring yet, so it's pretty good. Lots of both teams basically trying to attack the ball, running as fast as they can, but defence has been pretty good. Not a lot of distance there on that kick, maybe about 15 metres.
Yeah, not the best one from Ollie Glass. So Gregory with the line out. Finds Birtwell at the back. Sturgis. Ailes. Gregory. Finds Pope. 3-on-1. Goes inside to Matt Riley. Under the sticks. And Sedge take the lead. Lovely play from Tigers from the line out. And Pope was through. He had a man on his right, a man on his left. He chose left, and Matt Riley, with his first try of the season, gets the first points on the board for the hosts.
Look like they've been practicing that move.
That looked like one off the training ground, that one. As Ollie Glass now should have quite an easy conversion. And it's a much better start to the game than last week versus Plymouth and in games prior. And Sedge got off to a great start here as Ollie Glass leads the team in points. Makes no mistake. Chips that one through the middle. And it's after 13 minutes gone, it's Tigers 7, Blackheath 0. Tigers have really dominated the possession here in the opening minutes. And finally got some points for that reward. Fitch now will restart this game for Blackheath. Kicks it high to the right, and it's brilliantly collected by Nathan Pope, and he finds Andy Riley, who's kicking it in behind. He's going to chase his own kick. It's a foot race now, who could get to the ball first, but Blackheath have recovered it well. It's now Bircham. And it's booted away into touch. It was a great take from Nathan Pope from that restart. Set Andy Riley up. And Blackheath, who tried a little bit of trickery to go to the right side instead of the left with the restart. It hasn't paid off. Now Birtwell has it. That ball was dropped. So it will be knocked on. And there's screams of offside. If you can pick that up on the on the mic.
You could miss it.
Just to clarify, it was not me or Alex shouting for offside.
Yeah, in between the last time I've been on this on the commentary, I've read Wayne Barnes's book, so I'm not too keen to be criticising any referees today after hearing how hard it is from their side.
The David H. Smith stand is is very vocal today, as it is always, making its opinions heard. And Jamie Parr is on the receiving end of them as Jordan Burns now will put this ball into the scrum. Much better look at this scrum for us here. You can hear Tom Ailes there, number 8 for Sedge, saying it's a great hit.
It did look like the Blackheath tight head was under a lot of pressure there. It might have just been a poor setup, which is why the refs tried to get it to start again. But it definitely looked like the Sedgley loosehead had the upper hand there. Yeah,
that's Austin Downham there playing at loosehead today. He's in for John Blanchard, and Austin Downham is a fantastic player. You'd probably argue the only time he doesn't get more minutes is because of how good John Blanchard is. But Aussie, as he's known to everyone here at Park Lane, is definitely showing why he needs to be getting more minutes under his belt. And Sedge showing themselves the penalty from that scrum. Sturgis wanted to take that quickly.
I think it was a free kick for a early engagement, I think. So only a free kick, so no, can't go for the touch or the post. So.
Glass. Downham. And that was a big tackle on him there by number 3, Rory Marsh. Sturgis to Glass. Brayman Murray, the USA under-20. He had a fantastic game last week. High tackle, so penalty advantage now. And that's Rylance. Referee telling Blackheath to get back.
I think that's a turnover there. Oh no. It's hard to see it on the other side of the pitch.
It is. And the sun's very bright, so there's a lot of shadows out there as Pope with a great pass out wide right to Henderson. And they can't catch him. They can't bring him down, and he's in the corner. Did he get the ball down? He did. What a pass from Nathan Pope, and what a try from Reece Henderson. His 7th try of the season. 17 minutes gone. Tigers 12, Blackheath 0.
That was a very impressive pass there from Pope. Cut out the entire defence, and then you just can't catch him when he
he tried one earlier with Andy Riley. After the restart, he collected it well and found Andy Riley on the left, who got away. And this time he made no mistake. And Pope, who's in his first game back since suffering a stinger injury a few weeks ago, has had a cracking start to this game. Glass now with a much more difficult and trickier conversion attempt now. We've got a great angle, thanks to our cameraman Vinnie Morley. Glass just across the face of the posts. So no conversion this time. So after 19 minutes gone, it's Tigers 12, Blackheath 0. And Tigers have looked really good in attack so far. We're really yet to see Blackheath put Sedge under any pressure defensively.
No, they've only had the ball once in the Sedgley 22, and it resulted in a knock-on. So they really need to try something different, I think, if they're going to get any sort of purchase on this game.
Fitch opting for a much deeper restart kick. Sedge now backed up inside their own 22. Sturgis clears the ball away. It's collected well by Slovic, and he's met by a tackle on, I think it was Reece Henderson, is it? No, Brayman Murray it was. The referee's going to bring it back.
Hands in the ruck, that was for, I think. It'll be interesting to see what they do from this kick. I think it's probably a little bit too far for a goal kick, so they're going to try and put it into the corner. But if they can make the most of the position this can give them.
Yeah, I think it's probably, I think distance-wise it probably isn't far off Fitch's range, but maybe the angle doesn't quite suit him. If it was a bit more straighter, he may have had the option to go for goal there.
And I guess 2 tries down, you really need to sort of try and get some more points on the board than 3 points maybe.
And that line out has been turned over, and now Gregory has the ball.
I think Aile's got a hand to it in the air.
Matt Riley kicks the ball away. The bounce almost tricks out Slovic, but he's met by Nathan Pope. And Sedge are trying to counter-ruck. Burns now finds Marsh. Fitch. Atete. They come back left now with Cavabati. Brought down by Birtwell. Advantage for the high tackle. Slovic, little grubber in behind. And we'll bring it back for the high tackle.
You are joking.
Very lively crowd today.
As Tom Fitch has the ball. He's going to go for touch. It's a fantastic kick into the corner. It's an absolute tremendous kick, and he's got the ball now about a yard or so off that 5-metre line.
Yeah, very impressive kick. Really puts pressure on Sedgley now. Cannot afford to mess this lineup up in any way. More defence has got to be exactly right here.
Cavabati collects. Sorry, that was Atete who collects. And here comes the maul from Blackheath. It's making its way towards that try line. And have they got the ball down? They have. And Billy Harding has got the first points on the board for Blackheath. 23 minutes gone. Tigers 12, Blackheath 5. And that try all came from I think it was a high tackle from Bob Birtwell, who was penalised. And a fantastic kick into touch from Tom Fitch. Drove Blackheath right down to that 5 metre line. And Billy Harding made no mistake out the back of that maul to give Blackheath their first points of the game. Fitch now looks to convert.
That's exactly what Blackheath needed here. They needed the pressure. They'd been in the Sedgley 22 a few times and not got anything out of it. So to come away with a try there is great for them.
Fitch makes no mistake. So 24 minutes played. Tigers 12, Blackheath 7.
Now the response here from Sedgley is going to be important. You can't let those heads drop and let Blackheath back into the game any more than they already have been.
Glass with a restart, collected by Atete. Yeah, I think it's a good point you made there. Cavabati picks up and goes. And Billy Harding now has found a bit of grit, and this is a lot quicker move. Oh, but Davis! Will Davis did well to get on the ball then.
Did well to keep hold of it as well. Tom Hales was going for him.
Marsh. Burns is going to kick this ball away. It was a much quicker restart there from Blackheath. Kick's has gone very high. Law's underneath it. Oh, and it will be knocked on. It was also knocked on by Will Davis, but we'll bring it back for the first one on Matt Law. Ball just seemed to bounce out of his hands as he went for that one, unlike him.
Yeah, probably just landed a little bit higher on his chest than he was expecting.
Yeah, I think Reece Henderson was also looking to come and collect the ball as well. Maybe he was in his eye line. But another scrum. Sedge have probably slightly dominated the scrums. They've been a little bit evenly matched.
Yeah, I wouldn't say there's any particular strength either way at this point. This will be a good test here on the 10 metre line.
Scrum doesn't go anywhere. Burns finds Fitch, who finds Fielding. Tried to skip inside. He had Slovic next to him. Oh, and that ball's free. That ball's out.
Hales has got it.
He's done brilliantly there, Tom Hales. Sturgis kicks the ball in behind. Now it's a foot race. The bounce just favours Tom Fitch. Kicks it away. Glass collects. He looks to have a run. He's brought down by Tete. Ailes offloads it to Blackheath though. Cavabati almost hands-law the ball. Fielding now. Dishes it off from the floor. Harding. Advantage for Blackheath. Marsh. Chopped at the knees by Birtwell. Fitch. Bertram. Hennessy. Fitch. Sends it to number 6. That's Josh Smart. Tried to offload it to Harding, and the referee's going to bring the ball back for a high tackle. So Blackheath will keep possession.
Showing a bit more intent now, I think, Blackheath. They've got a little bit of confidence under themselves, and they're think they get the upper hand here. Going to go into the corner, see if the kick is as good as the last one. Not far off.
No, it's not far off at all. It's about 2 metres of the shy of that 5 metre line. It's another fantastic kick from the fly half. That's Tom Fitch for Blackheath. And like you say, Alex, I think they seem a bit rejuvenated now, Blackheath.
Yeah.
They've probably been a bit more patient than I thought they would be, going down 2 scores early.
Yeah, they've done well here. They know that they've got the upper hand in the maul here, so they're going to try and do it again.
And this maul is rolling forward at a greater pace than it did, and Harding looks like he's not stopping, and he's got the ball down. And that is just take 2 of the first try for Blackheath. Carbon copy. And Billy Harding's got his second of the game. 28 minutes gone. Tigers 12, Blackheath 12. Fantastic work from the hooker. Billy Harding, who came into the game with no tries this season. And he's bagged himself a pair early on in this game.
Yeah, it's definitely an area they feel like they've got the upper hand on. So Sedgley really needs to be careful giving any penalties away in their own half, because the ball is going to go to the corner and they're going to go for a line out. And that's what Blackheath have said in the last few plays. Really put a blueprint down for how they're going to play the rest of the match, I think.
So, Tom Fitch looking to convert his second of the game.
Slightly more difficult than the last one.
And just across the face of the posts. So, both teams, 1 try, 2 tries, 1 conversion. So the score is 29 minutes gone, 12 all here at Park Lane. Glass restarts. Baldwin collects. The Blackheath number 8 made his 150th appearance for the club last week in that win versus Esher. Ailes collects the ball. Runs at Will Davis. Shouts for high. Advantage is given. Lewis Bradley trying to barrel his way through. Glass. Sturgis. Matt Riley finds Nathan Pope. Did well to avoid the first tackle.
Yeah, a little bit of a hospital pass, that one. Got absolutely smashed.
Rylands. Brought down by Kavubati at the ankles. Glass. Downham. And you heard that hit from number 7, Noah Sloot. Law. Ailes finds Henderson with the offload. He's got a man inside, if you can find him. And it's a great tackle from, that's Jordan Burns, the number 9.
Going back for the penalty advantage there. It's quite a long advantage. I think you make about 30 metres and still get to go back to...
Yeah, I think if you're a Sedge fan, you like definitely correct decision there from the referee. But if you're a Blackheath fan, you're probably thinking, how much more of an advantage can you have?
Yeah.
So we have the line out now from Gregory. And it's tipped away by Atete, so Blackheath have cleared the ball now with Hennessy in behind. Law's chasing. Does well to get hold of it. Kicks the ball away, finds touch.
Linesman plants his feet, says I'm not moving. The ball went out exactly above me. Exactly what I would do. Yeah, definitely Blackheath caught Sedgley a little bit by surprise there with the kick behind, lots of space.
Yeah, it was a great kick from number 11, Jake Hennessy. Now is Kavubati has a run. Bircham finds Fitch. Back to 14, that's Jake Lloyd. Hennessy now. Atete. Burns kicks in behind. Straight out on the full. So we'll take the line out from around 30 metres, 32 metres from Sedgley's try line. And time off as Leo Fielding is receiving some treatment. Looks like he may have suffered a little of a head injury. So all the protocols will have to be taken regarding this. Line of time's off. It's a good chance for me to talk about what's up and coming for Sedgley Tigers. There's a week off next week, so no fixture before they travel to top of the table at Rams away. And then it's after that, it's a game against Rotherham Titans, who recently promoted to Nat 1. I've had a cracking start to the season. For Blackheath, it's also a week off next week, and they've got 2 tough games against Sale FC at home, and then they travel to Rams as well away. So that week off will be vital for both teams to recharge and reset before going again before Christmas, or in the lead up to Christmas. Fielding seems to be okay. So Gregory now with the line out. Connor James does well to collect. Sturgis, Lewis Bradley. Sturgis freeing that ball up for the kick away. Clears it away. Hennessy collects the ball well, and he's great tackle from Lewis Bradley. Kavubati to Fitch. That's Josh Smart there, who's brought down on the 10-metre line. Burns shouting he wants the men to come to the right. Kavubati has a run. And he's going to set up for the kick away. Ball goes high, it's collected well by Law.
Hit a bit of a brick wall there, I think.
Bradley. Sturgis not happy with the referee there about something. Maybe he didn't feel the ball was free. Gregory now has it. The referee's going to bring the ball back over to the left. Not quite sure what for.
I think it was the attacker didn't roll away.
Glass into touch, not his best effort. So we'll see a line out now for Tigers. About 35 minutes played in this half. So it's currently Tigers 12, Blackheath 12. And that ball wasn't straight. We had a great view of it from here. This is the point in the game where I would normally say it might have been the wind involved, but there's not a jot of wind out there today.
No, there's not much wind, is there? Just a little bit when you're throwing it. If you spin too much on one hand, that's what happens. Especially when you're going towards the back of the line out, it's got plenty of time to move in the air.
So it'll be a Blackheath scrum. Referee just wants to reset that.
Yeah, it looked a little bit of a dodgy setup there from Sedgley. The loose head, Austin Downham just sort of hinging a little bit as he went in and was just never set right.
So time off at the minute. Oh, time still. Burns looks to get this ball in play. Around 37 minutes gone. It's good work from the forwards now. And that pass is misplaced. Sedge looking to try and punish Blackheath, but they get numbers behind the ball. Burns, Kavabati. I'm not even sure he got a yard there. Burns finds Baldwin. Kicked away. The ball just seems to hang in the air for so long when Burns kicks it. Andy Rowell did well to collect it. Connor James. Glass. Tigers looking to finish this half strongly. Bradley, still on his feet. Looked like Davies came in with like a clothesline then almost. Yeah. Referee didn't see it. Glass. Finds Henderson, that was a hospital pass. And it's knocked on. So it'll be a scrum. Or forward pass, sorry, I should say.
I think it was a bit of both.
I think that was I don't want it. That was what that was.
Managed to be a forward pass and a knock on at the same time.
Yeah. I think that was a I don't want the ball there, otherwise I'm getting smashed. As Harding just receiving some treatment.
You'd imagine that this will be the last play of the first half. Yeah.
So as we approach the end of the first half, Alex, what have you made so far of the game?
I think it's been a little bit of Blackheath, bit dominance in the forwards, and Sedgley got a bit more attacking flair in the backs. I think that's what's happened. Both tries from Blackheath from driving mauls, only really from Sedgley mistakes, so like high tackles or anything like that. They've not really sort of threatened an open play at all. But if you give them the chance from a line out, they're going to go over and score. So I think Sedgley just need to settle down a little bit and stop giving away any penalties within within their own half, it seems, at the moment.
Yeah, it feels like Blackheath have made the game quite gritty out there, and they've come with a game plan and they've stuck to it, and their two tries that they've scored have both been from the exact same thing. That rolling maul, driving them over the line. Burns puts the ball in and he goes down the blind side and he's got legs, he's got speed. Henderson can't just tackles him. Can he get him over the line? No. Great recovery from Glass to put Burns into touch, and he was a whiskers away from giving Blackheath the lead.
Oh.
And that is the half-time whistle to end the half. What about that? Great initiative from Burns. Picks the ball up out the back of the scrum, runs down the blind side. And Henderson with a great little tap tackle. And Glass with the recovery to put him into touch, ends the half.
He saw his chance and he very almost took it. It was an excellent run down the blind side. Definitely had seen a lot of space there.
And I think that really, that play there at the end has summed this game up so far. This game is going to come down to the inches. It's going to come down to a bit of dynamism from players like Burns on. We've not really heard people like Noah Sloot, who's got 4 tries for Blackheath. We've not heard people like Jake Lloyd, number 14, or Jake Hennessy, who's been free-flowing and scoring for Blackheath. And for Sedge, Reece Henderson's managed to bag himself a try, but this game is a very close contest, and at half-time it's Tigers 12, Blackheath 12. Hello and welcome back to Park Lane as Sedgley Tigers are taking on Blackheath. As Tigers are now making their way out for the second half. The sun is still beaming down here. Score is currently 12 apiece. I'm Tom Markham and I'm joined by Alex Evans. So if you are just tuning in, it is currently Tigers 12, Blackheath 12, and it's been a cracking first half. If you want to go and scroll back and watch that, you can do that now or scroll back later.
Yeah, wait till later. Don't miss any of the game. While you're on there, just scroll a little bit down on the page and just press the subscribe button for us. That's what you need to do. Not rewind and miss the game, Tom.
Well, I was just thinking they could scroll back and then they've got the whole game to watch.
Well, do that afterwards. Yeah, get the watch hours up, get the numbers up so we get on the front page.
And make sure they watch out for that highlights package that'll be out in a couple days. And for our post-match interviews. As we're just waiting for Blackheath now to come out. They're taking the time a little bit. As I was just saying earlier, this game is 12 apiece and it's been quite a close contest, and it was the same thing to say last year as both games were quite low scoring. In this fixture at Park Lane last year, it was 17-24 to Blackheath. And in that fixture away at the Utilita, it was 25-15 to Blackheath. So both teams are very evenly matched. One thing to note is that Sedge have lost 3 times this year inside 7 points. They actually lead the league in losing bonus points.
I think that's exactly what I was saying before, where it's just about the last bit, just managing to get the win, and that'll be that's the difference between where Sedgley are in the table this year and where they were this time last year. They could be a lot closer to the top with just if a bounce of the ball went this way or a tackle went this way instead.
Absolutely. So, Jamie Parr and Adam Carpenter and Paul Finken are back out. Tom Fitch has the ball in hand. And we're back underway. Sends the ball high. Pope and Fielding collide mid-air. And Nathan Pope has took a bit of a whack there as he landed. Alan Munro and Jack Oliver have all run on to give him immediate medical attention. Let's hope it's nothing too serious. Hopefully he's just winded. It was a big collision between the two number 13s. And Pope just having a minute to get the wind back in his sails. Has just returned from injury. Mitchie suffered a stinger injury. But he's back on his feet.
I think we've had a change in the front row, have we? We've got a 16 playing.
Yes. Thank you for pointing that out, Alex. That's John Blanchard who's come on to replace Austin Downham.
Downham, who I thought was having a very good game.
I do as well. I think Austin Downham had a very good first half. Let's hope it's only just to freshen things up and it's not a serious injury. So scrum for Sedge after the knock on from Fielding. Sturgis, Glass, hands the ball high. Slovic collects, finds Lloyd. We've not heard his name mentioned much in that first half. He'll look to try and get the ball rolling as Kavibat is tackled at the knees. Atete, Fitch, finds Lloyd. Slovic tries a little grubber in behind, bounces off Riley, and Hennessy's collected it. And now he's running. He gets around Glass, still not brought down, and he's under the sticks. And it's a great try from the winger. And Blackheath have taken the lead in the opening 2 minutes of this second half. Great run from Hennessy. That's his third try of the season.
that's got to be his trial for the season as well.
It was a great run. It was as if he was running in slow motion for a period there. No one could get near him. And I think it was Augustin Slovic with the little grubber, which seemed to bamboozle everybody on the Tigers line. Hennessy collected well. Rounded around 4 players there and scored right between the sticks. So Fitch, no mistake with that conversion. Extends Blackheath's lead, and that is a sucker punch for Tigers at the start of this second half. 43 minutes gone. Tigers 12, Blackheath 19. Glass restarts. Atete goes up, misses it, and it's Henderson who's collected that restart. That pass is low. Bradley does well, though, to keep hold of it. And he's gained a few yards inside the 22 now, our Tigers. Matt Riley. Ollie Glass. Sturgis. Matt Law. Nathan Pope. Blanchard. And Gregory just drops the ball. Harding collects for Blackheath. The ball's free and it'll come back for the knock-on, and there's a bit of a scuffle going on. I think it's between Gregory and Kavubati on the floor. And referee Jamie Parr will just separate these men. Bit of a push. I think it's Baldwin and Bradley having a few words there. Few handbags, Alex. Few handbags.
Yeah, definitely. Pope getting involved with a few there as well. Not the smallest man on the pitch, so very happy to sort of get involved with the forwards as well.
There is a player for Blackheath just receiving some attention. It's Fielding again, and it looks like it's receiving some attention to his head. Or it's his neck, actually, as he's stretching it off. So it will be a scrum for Blackheath for the knock-on. So up next for Tigers is a week off, and then it's a trip to Rams, and then a home game against Rotherham Titans. Blackheath also have a week off next week before they host Sale, and then travel to Rams. Scrum not going anywhere. Burns collects it up quickly. Slovic, little fake kick. It's a great tackle from Bradley.
There's definitely a bit of needle going on in this game now. Quite a few incidents off the ball that I'm noticing.
Yeah, it was Baldwin and Bradley there, wasn't it? Having a bit of a... Baldwin was trying to line up his opposite number. Burns kicks the ball away. It's gone high. It's not gone very far. It's tipped back, though, by Smart. Fielding. Almost football touches the ball down. Burns. Atete's having a run. Kavabati picks it up out the ruck and has a go. And it's a penalty to Tigers. So Glass will look to kick this ball into touch. finds touch. So Sedge now will get the ball. Well, we'll get a line out inside the 22.
Yeah, the line-out's been a little bit unreliable so far this match, so...
I had to refrain myself then from saying they will get the ball.
Yeah.
Could have been the old commentator's curse.
You can see the difference in the distance on the penalty kicks here, though. In the first half, if that was Blackheath, it would be 5 metres from the try line, and this would be a little bit more interesting of a maul, I think.
Yeah, Fitch certainly has a great boot, the number 10 for Blackheath, as this maul still driving. It's a bit of a mess. And it's come to a bit of a standstill, and it will be a penalty for Blackheath.
Yeah, free kick, I think, so there'll be a scrum here, but really disappointing to see that with the momentum that Sedgley could have used, got the ball out quickly and tried to, I don't know, challenge the defence a bit more, but great more defence there from Blackheath just to tie up the ball and not let go of it.
Yeah, it just became a little bit of a mess, did that maul. So it will be a Blackheath scrum. Baldwin picks it up from the back. And it's a high tackle on Baldwin. So a good chance now for Blackheath to gain some territory. We just mentioned about Fitch's boot, and he's boomed this one. Straight off the top of that car.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm not part there.
So it will be a line out for Blackheath, just inside their own half. Collected by Baldwin at the back. And Atete, like, spinning and rolling to the floor. Bradley tried to pounce on it. And the referee is going to bring it back for the knock-on.
Yeah, very frustrating, that. A little bit of a knock-on in the tackle there, but it really looked like Sedgley were going to turn the ball over there, but just an unlucky knock-on. Yeah,
the game, well, since that wonder try from Jake Hennessy, the game's become very, very scrappy. Seen a lot of scrums so far in the second half. Not a lot of the ball in open play. Blackheath in no rush really to set up that scrum. And they've won themselves the penalty.
Ball hadn't even made it into the scrum before the penalty was given there. I know we've got Halloween just around the corner, and I think I might go as the Blackheath driving maul because it's pretty scary at the moment.
And Fitch has put this one into touch, and it's gone inside that Sedge 22. And I think we know what's coming now, Alex.
Yeah, look away because it's going to be difficult to stop this, I think. A little bit further away from the try line, which gives Sedgley a little bit of space to try and bring it down.
It's Atete who grabs it, dishes it off to Kavibati. Hennessy's there. Harding, or is it Baldwin maybe? Right on the try line. And they've got themselves a try.
Yeah, I think Jordan Burns got the try there. Nice little nip round the edge of the ruck, saw a bit of space and went over.
And Jordan Burns has had a cracking game at scrum half today for Blackheath, has extended Blackheath's lead to 24. So, to 24 points, not a 24-point lead. So it's currently 52 minutes played. Tigers 12, Blackheath 24. Fitch now look to add the extras as Birtwell's receiving some treatment. Fitch makes no mistake with the extras. So 52 minutes gone. Tigers 12, Blackheath 26.
Yeah.
No.
No, that is, their fourth try.
Yeah, it is their. Sorry, we were just talking there off camera. It is their fourth try, so it is the bonus point for Blackheath. As number 20, Luke Cox, and number 19, Cam Scanlon are coming onto the pitch. So that's Matt Riley and Connor James making way. So Cam Scanlon, number 19, will go in at centre with Luke Cox, the back row player. I think he may slot in at flanker, and Brayman Murray will move to lock. And it was actually Danny Rylance who was receiving the medical treatment there, not Bob Birtwell. Burns kicks away. That ball just hangs in the air for so long when he kicks, when he clears it. Glass now. Ailes. The ball's dropped. Blackheath have turned it over. Baldwin. Big hit on Baldwin by Lewis Bradley. He meant that one. And that ball's free. Fitch, with a little fake, still on his feet, offloads it to Atete. He's chopped at the knees by Blanchard. That ball's loose. It's knocked on, but Cam Scanlon's got it. Both teams struggling to keep hold of the ball. Ailes, that's a poor pass. Birtwell, Gregory, Henderson, kicks the ball in behind. And is it going to go out of play? It is. It's inside the 22. It's a fantastic kick. The 50-22 from Henderson.
Did very well to get out of that situation. Very impressive kick.
Just inside the 22, the ball rolled out. And Sedge went from being under pressure in their own half with a chance now to pen Blackheath inside their own 22. They'll be looking for a much better line out though, which hasn't been great so far today. Birtwell does well to collect. Sturgis, Glass, Bradley. Well, like he slipped a little bit then in that tackle. Gregory, back inside to Pope, and it was forward. It was a forward pass from Ben Gregory.
It's the last thing you want in a situation like that. Tigers really needed to build some momentum and take advantage of the turnover into the 50-22, but just one sort of sly pass away and it's back into Blackheath's hands.
Yeah, Tigers are it's becoming a bit of a frustrating watch, I think, if you're a home fan. A lot of mistakes are just creeping in now. And Blackheath are in absolutely no rush whatsoever. scrum.
And wheeling.
Turning.
Yeah, a bit of an early push I thought there from Tigers, and that's caused the scrum to turn round. So the referee's given a free kick. Nice and easy way to clear their lines now. No pressure at all on the kick.
So it'll be a 22 dropout. Fitch sends it high. Law collects well. He sends this one back. Slovic collects. He kicks it away. Andy Riley. He sends one back. Inside the 22, he's chasing his own kick, is Andy Riley. Burns with a boomer. Sends it high. Law collects. And he was like a steam train when he's running with the ball then. Sturgis. Cox. Glass, not a great kick. I think he kicked the floor actually first.
I'm sure there was a knock on there, but Blackheath take the ground and make a lot of metres from it.
It's Bertram who ran with the ball, and Sedge have won themselves the penalty. That might have been one, I think. He might have missed the knock-on earlier.
Yeah. Bit of a slap down, if anything. I would have, a little bit of a dodgy drop there. But Tigers get the ball back pretty much exactly where that happened anyway, so nothing to worry about.
So a change now for Blackheath as number 18, Finlay O'Sullivan, is coming on, and Tex Kabubati makes way. He's been an handful out there as Kabubati. O'Sullivan now looks to try and make an impact on the game as Luke Cox now has it for Tigers. Sturgis. Scanlon. Glass. It's 2-on-1 on the left. Henderson, you're not catching him. He's going down in the corner. Fitch is there. No, he's not. And Henderson's going to go. Gets the ball down eventually. He's got his second try of the game. And there's the spark that Tigers needed in this second half. Tigers 17, Blackheath 26. And when he's got the ball like that, with open ground in front of him, you are not catching him.
Yeah, brilliant try there. Definitely took advantage of the space. He is dead quick today. Fast as a tiger, you'd say.
So that was Henderson's 8th try of the season. He bagged himself a pair in the opening game versus Esher. He bagged himself a pair last week as well versus Plymouth, and he's got himself a pair today. Glass now look to convert. He does. So 60 minutes gone. It's Tigers 19, Blackheath 26. And that was the spark that Sedge were looking for. It's been a bit of a scrappy game in the second half. We've seen that bit of a wonder try from Jake Hennessy. And now Henderson's responded with a try of his own. Andy Riley collects the restart. It's time to kick the ball away. Slovic did not stay on his feet there. Passes it out to Fitch. Sends one to the moon. Sturgis tried to be under it. And Blackheath have got the ball now. Blanchard was trying to steal it, and he's going to get penalised. Not rolling away. He got stuck in that ruck, I think.
Yeah, got a bit turned over and sort of got sat on a little bit. It's hard to get out in that situation. I always think it's a little unfair on the on the tackler.
And here comes the game management now from Blackheath. We talked earlier about will Fitch go for goal from around this distance, but the angle was probably didn't favour him. And now he's going to take the opportunity. This one quite central. We've already seen today he's definitely got enough leg on him. Fitch. For around 38 metres. Strikes. No mistake. So Blackheath extend their lead. 62 minutes gone. Tigers 19. Blackheath 29. And I think we're going to see a bit more of that now, Alex. If Blackheath get the chance, they're going to want to put points on the board.
Yeah, definitely. You've got to, once you've got your 4 tries, there's no need going for any more. Just build a score and get as far away as you can from the opposition. Yeah, and the difference between 7 points and 10 points is massive psychologically, because you've got to score 2 rather than 1 now.
Burns kicks it away. It's gone very high. And it was knocked on by Henderson. So it will be a scrum for Blackheath. Feels a little bit like that's all I've said in this second half.
Yeah, we've had a few great tries and then scrum. Yeah, lots of drop balls from Sedgley Park, so I think there'll be a bit of catching practice maybe next week. Always used to do the one with the coach where they put the fairy liquid on the ball and start throwing it at you.
Burns puts the ball in play. Scrum's lifting at the front, but Fitch gets the ball away. Sends it high. He was absolutely lined up. I think it was by Sturgis.
Yeah, so they get a penalty there from where the ball landed because he was tackled too late. So that's, yeah, it's a pretty big mistake there because that's, 30 metres gained. And if he can get up, he'll probably be going for another kick at goal.
So that's Tom Fitch, who's down currently for Blackheath. He's receiving some medical attention after a big hit from probably the unlikeliest member of the team, in Matt Sturgis, the scrum half. Tried to chase down or block the kick. He is back on his feet. Just very good to see. He seems to be okay, so that's very good to see after a worrying time there. And it will be a penalty from where the ball landed, as you said, Alex. And they're going to go for goal.
Yeah, a little bit further back, but I still think definitely in his range there.
Yeah, his last kick had plenty of distance on it. And I've been watching him throughout this game. He strikes the ball quite true.
Sir! Look what he's finished!
Definitely eating up as many metres as he can. Got to be a little bit quick here because we've had 40 seconds on the clock so far, so he's got not long left to take this kick.
Fitch strikes one. And it does actually bounce over the sticks. and out the back. I was just saying, he does strike it quite true. He strikes it more like a knuckleball almost in football. He doesn't hit it high and through. He strikes the ball more like as if it more darts through the air.
Yeah,
I think that is the problem when you don't quite connect.
Yeah, a little bit of a missed kick there. Didn't have the legs.
There's also been another change for Blackheath. Number 17, Archie Holland, has come on. This is a great run. Still going is Tom Fitch. He's had a cracking game today as the fly half. And that's a Tete, and there's a bit of afters here between Bradley and looks like Slovic. 14, Jake Lloyd's got it though.
Yeah, I think the referee's given a penalty advantage for those afters there from Bradley.
Burns, Davis.
I think there might be a card coming here, maybe.
Yeah, it did look like he was checking to see which pocket he's got his cards in then, actually, the ref. He like patted his pocket as he was walking over. He's having a word with Bob Birtwell.
There's definitely something's upset the apple cart here. There's been a lot of little bits of fighting here and there.
Well, I don't think we are going to see any cards brandished. So it's just probably a final warning for Tigers. Fitch now with a chance to kick this ball into touch. He does.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen this a few times. They're definitely going to try and turn the ball over into a try here. Been plenty of that so far.
Another couple of changes for Blackheath. So that's number 19, Ollie Burgess, and number 20, Oscar Hershke Douglas, have come on. And it's Jordan Burns who's had a fantastic game. He's making way.
I think
and Tom Fitch is also coming off.
I think there might be a few too many players on the pitch at the moment.
And just to confirm before, Rory Marsh made way for number 17, Archie Holland. Blackheath now. Can they get the ball down? They have. And I think it's Will Davis. It is. It's the loose head prop who's got the ball down.
Yeah, very powerful run there, and then just reaching out to slam the ball down on the try line.
And now number 16, Alex Mitchell, is coming on to replace hooker Billy Harding. He's coming off of 2 tries as no mistake is made. It's currently Tigers 19, Blackheath 36. Adam Mallinson and Austin Downham are coming on now. They'll replace Danny Rylance and Ben Gregory.
Just feel like the game has ever so slightly slipped away from Tigers in the second half. I think it's hard to come back with the deficit they've got now in the next sort of 12 minutes or so.
Yeah, I think you're right, Alex. I think the priority now will be, can we try and get, or can Tigers try and get the bonus point? I think the win might be off the cards, but there's still plenty to play for. Burns kicks it away. It's charged down by Cox. And Sedge have turned the ball over now with Henderson. Advantage for the high tackle. Referee says play on.
Some good skills there.
Ailes, Mallinson, Glass, Pope, and it was almost intercepted by Lloyd. Riley's now got it.
It's getting messy now, isn't it?
And the referee's going to bring it back for the high tackle. Just to confirm before I said, but Jordan Burns had made way. It isn't Jordan Burns, it's Jake Hennessy who has come off. So Jordan Burns is still out there at scrum half.
I think someone will be buying Hennessy a few pints after the game, after the try he scored. He'll be dining out on that tonight, I think.
Will it be everybody buying him pints, or does he have to buy everybody pints? I want that to be someone's credit card anyway. Sedge now have the ball in touch, so it'll be a line out to be taken from Adam Mallinson. Tigers trying to set up that rolling maul.
I think the ball needs to come out now.
Scanlon. Still on his feet. Tries to dish it to Pope. And Blackheath turned that ball over. I think it was actually knocked on.
Just forcing it, I think, there. Didn't need to try and go for that extra pass. Just go down, place the ball and go for another phase. But I think it's showing that the Tigers sort of mentality where they feel like they need to do something quick, and that sort of leads to that error.
So will be a scrum for Blackheath. 72 minutes gone, and we're going to reset again. Blackheath not in any rush to get this game going, and neither should they be, with a lead of 17 points. Some quick maths there by me as I looked at the scoreboard to make sure I got that one right. Baldwin picks it up out the back. Kicked away. Collected well by Henderson. Great tackle from Fielding though. Ailes now with a chance to have a run. He's brought down. And it will be a penalty for Sedgley Park. And Tom Ailes is going to receive a bit of treatment whilst he's down. So time off. And there's also, I think it's Jordan Burns who's down now. So he's on 22. Looks like he's receiving a bit of treatment from Tom Baldwin. He's suffering with a bit of cramp. There's the scrum half. Tom Ailes is back on his feet now though. And Tom Ailes is going to make way for Connor James. So Connor James will leave a slide in at flanker or lock, and I assume Luke Cox will slide into number 8. Lewis Bradley now tried to offload it to Mallinson, but it's dropped.
That's the 4th Sedgley knock-on in Blackheath's 22 this game.
Henderson collects from the kick away. Lots of costly mistakes have been left out there from Tigers. Mallinson looks to have a run. It's a strong tackle from Atete. Law. Still not brought down. Sturgis had a quick check to the blind side. Lewis Bradley. Glass. Downham. Sturgis still has it. Henderson. Downham, and he's dropped it as well. And they'll come back, so Sedgley will keep the ball. But there's a few groans that ring around.
Yeah, I wonder if Sedgley needs to get on the phone to Andy Good and see if he's got any gloves left. Well, I think definitely need a little bit of help catching the ball.
Ollie Glass kicks the ball into touch. So a good chance now to set up a rolling maul. Sends it high to the back. It's collected by, I think it was Brayman Murray. And it's driving this maul. Sturgis trying to get the ball free. Scanlon. Space to the left if Mallinson can have a go. Bradley. That's Connor James. And the ball's out. And Blackheath have turned it over. And it will be a knock-on. This time, Blackheath have knocked the ball on.
Yeah, it's a nice change, isn't it? Yeah, there's been a lot. It's been very messy, this game.
It has been a very scrappy game. Despite the scoreline being 1936, I think there has been a lot of moments in this game where we've heard the referee's whistle blown to stop the game, restart the game. It's been very stop-start. A scrum now, though, for Sedge.
Yeah, time's running out here for Sedgley. I think Blackheath have probably got the win secured here, but there's still a try bonus point to play for Tigers, so I think that's what they've got to aim for now.
I think that's definitely got to be the priority, Alex. And they've got numbers out on the right-hand side here. Or do you think we might see a Sturgis pick up and run down the blind side like we nearly saw with Burns in the first half?
Maybe. The whole team is stacked right, though.
Sturgis, Glass, Riley finds it out to Henderson. He's got himself a hat-trick. And that is the bonus point that Sedge were looking for. It's their 4th try of the game, a 3rd for Henderson. Tigers 24, Blackheath 36. I
think you want to go for a very quick conversion here because you've still got time Tigers have still got time to try and get within 7 as well and get a second point on the table, which could be crucial.
And that kick is not converted. So the score remains 79 minutes gone. Tigers 24, Blackheath 36. And number 19, Ollie Burgess, restarts the game. It's collected by Scanlon. Cox. Apologies, that's Isaac Deans who actually caught that ball. And that ball has been knocked on. And that is it. That is the full-time whistle. And it's ended here at Park Lane. Tigers 24, Blackheath 36. Tigers come away with a bonus point, as well as Blackheath, but Blackheath have come away with the win. It's not been a great game for the home side, despite scoring 24 points. It was a very scrappy game with moments of brilliance. We've seen a hat-trick of tries from Reece Henderson. And a great try from Jake Hennessy. Fantastic kicking on show from Blackheath's number 10, Tom Fitch. Alex, it's now come to the point in the day now where I ask you, who's been today's star man for you?
It's a hard one to choose. Obviously, if we were going to pick from Sedgley, it'd have to be Henderson. It's hard to get a hat-trick and not be star man. It must be terrible to have scored a hat-trick and not to get the win. But it isn't going to be him. It can't be. I think on Blackheath, they've had some really good performances. Tom Fitch, really well. He's, put them in the positions where they could score those rolling mauls from his penalty kicks, and then also scoring a few points off the tee as well. But for me personally, I think I'd have to go for the number 9, Jordan Burns. Just sort of around the park, great kicking, great tempo, keeping up the ball. Scored a try, almost scored another one in the corner. I think for me, he's been the star of the match.
So there we have it. Tigers defeated at Park Lane. It's ended here. Tigers 24, Blackheath 36. So there is no live stream next week as there is a week off for Tigers. And then next up it will be a trip to Tabletoppers Rams and then a home game versus Rotherham. So that'll be all for now. Thank you for joining us. Please like and subscribe as it's ended here. Tigers 24, Blackheath 36.